What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Absolution. Welp, here we are on Operation Sledgehammer.
Good morning, sunshine.
I don't have a lot to say about this level other than it's an inferior version of
Morning,
Run
Mr.
for Your
Dexter.
Life.
Morning to you.
We'll see. Or, sorry, you'll see. Here we go. Let's get it started. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is get out of this room that we cannot open the door to. You can break free from the chair that we're tied to. What you need to do is hit that fire alarm to distract the nearby cop. And then you can hide in the chair to act like you're still tied to it. I think it's possible to take cover on the wall next to the door so that you can get out faster, but this is the conventional way of doing it. So let him come in, let him turn around and go to the alarm
God
panel,
damn it.
and then we can slip right out.
Just tip
You don't even have to take
I'm
him
on
out
it.
because he's so stupid he won't even realize that we've escaped the room. Anyways, let's proceed forward. Be careful here, because you're going to have to take cover behind this desk immediately so that he doesn't spot you.
You look very
You
happy.
take that power cord
Probably
as
had
a
a
fire
session,
wire,
you know
but
what I mean?
there's no
Yeah.
point because there's no targets in this level anyway.
Anyway, I left the pistolas for you to pick up.
Carefully get to the vent. Just watch the guy on the phone's movements so that he doesn't see you. And we can just crawl to the other end, and we're going to have to wait for a cop to move before we can climb out. I guess technically we do have a target in this level. It's the sheriff. But this level is 100% a leftover remainder of what this game was supposed to be like. Of how target eliminations were basically in the form of either cutscenes or scripted events. It kind of like Wade at the end of Rosewood, but at least there, they added an alternative, more discreet way of eliminating him. Here, they did not. The goal of the police station here is to get our silver ballers back and then escape. Hide in this locker because our guns are on the desk to the right where that cop is. We need him to move and then move back. Then we will have the opportunity to take the guns and just slip out to the exit before anyone can spot us. It's going to come close, but we can do it. The other reason we need to hide and not do this now is because there's a civilian at the counter talking, and if he won't react to us in general, but if he sees us pick up the guns and be visibly armed, he will react. Anyways, let the cop come back to the desk and lean. Then you can climb out and then immediately pick up your silver ballers. Go ahead and holster them. Go straight to the door and open. Thankfully, you do not have to pick that lock, because that would be that checkpoint would be unplayable if you did.
Who the fuck are you? This is my fucking town.
Alright, here's some more awesome story
Don't
moments.
shoot me! I'm the sheriff!
Okay.
Christ, what a dipshit.
This second checkpoint is a little bit tricky because we have to do a pretty precise distraction to get past two soldiers. And yes, we are doing this suit only. There's really no point to take a disguise in this level because, just like Run for Your Life, you're actively being hunted, and every single NPC is pretty much exclusively an agency soldier, with the exception of that first checkpoint. So once this guy moves, we're going to roll to the dumpster that I briefly showed, just like that, and we're going to climb up this way. We just have to time our movements to get around the two soldiers that are up here. And then we're going to come to a literal roadblock with two soldiers that don't move, which is why we absolutely have to distract them. Okay, so the guy looking towards us, basically wait for him to move, and then we need to go straight to the stairwell. We gotta be quick because we don't want the other guy to turn back around. So go for it. stay to the right as far as you can so you don't get spotted, pick up the bottle, and then that guy right there with the balaclava and ski goggles, you can just barely see him through the SUV windows. We need him to turn around before we throw the bottle. So kind of peek through the SUV windows to see him, or you could just use his dot on the mini-map. Once he turns around, throw the bottle, wait just a second or two for those guys to be facing that way, and then very quickly get here, jump over, and then quickly, without running, get to the car. Don't worry about that large group right there. They will not see you here at all. They'll move, and then the balaclava ski mask guy right there needs to move again. As soon as he turns around, we're good to go. And you can run too, because nobody is close enough to hear your running footsteps. I should mention that what we're supposed to be doing from this point on is using our instinct to follow the trail of blood to track down the sheriff. But as long as you know the path, it's only really necessary for a first playthrough. Hell, you don't even really need to follow the trail of blood in your first playthrough, since, at least on this checkpoint in particular, the optimal path is pretty self-explanatory. This checkpoint, not too hard. You're basically, this checkpoint's optimal path is basically a linear path where you move from cover to cover, and there's 2 instances where you climb up onto the racking. There's also smoke on this checkpoint, so visibility is decreased, meaning that their reaction times are slower, kind of like the burning hotel at the beginning of Run for Your Life. So most of this is just cover to cover waiting for them to move. It pretty much speaks for itself. The only movement that's kind of tricky is we have to do kind of a zigzaggy pattern when we get close to the exit, but you'll see it when we see it. Or you'll see it when you see it. And then let him move, roll over, let him move, and then also roll over. Don't get too close to the edge, because there's another one that might see you. And then we'll climb up, jump down, and here in a minute is where the zigzaggy one is. But it's not that hard, though. This guy is going to go he's going that way, but he's going to basically U-turn around and come towards where we are. We need to, we'll let him move, and as soon as he does, we can work our way over here. And then the exit's not too far now. As soon as that guy looking at the door goes away, we have a straight shot to the door. But don't run, because there's one more guy past this door. Stay to the right and he won't see you. And then once you're... From this point, you can run. There's a guy throwing up. He's a civilian, and he's not going to... Alright, final checkpoint, and this is the one where our sneaking movements are going to get really, really precise. It's like the town fair. What's interesting about this one is that the crowd system takes effect on this checkpoint, but the crowd is scattered, so it's not like you can use them to blend in anyway. So what was even the point? But because of the crowd system, I think the detection times are still slower as a result. Anyways, once he moves, we can go downstairs. Then we're gonna carefully slip out and onto the stage here. Stay to the left. And then we'll go down from the other side. We're gonna go straight to that barrel that's straight ahead. And then go to the next barrel and stop. We're gonna wait for a different soldier to move. There he is. And then, once he turns around, let him look this way and then go. Roll. roll, and then immediately go straight to those ice cream freezers. Line yourself up with the second stay cool, and then line yourself up with that blue striped square thingy so that that same soldier doesn't see you there. And then you want to turn and kind of line up your bald head with that propane tank so that he doesn't see you when he comes back. And then as he's coming back, that guy moves and we can jump over. And then roll, roll, and then here,
This doesn't make any sense.
wait for
How
him
could
to
you just give
move
us the
before we
drop?
progress.
What you expect? The guy's a ghost. Why do you think he's been the agency top man for all those years?
And then go up to this point,
We shouldn't be out here, man.
stay under the
Bad
cash
luck hunting
register.
your own.
Cool it. Brute force all
You'll
these
know to
prevails.
move
I
because
don't care how
the
good this guy
the
is.
detection
He's bound to
cone
slip up sooner or
is
later.
going to be facing downwards where we came from, and that'll be your cue to move. See? And then go to the plant, and then go to the next stand thingy. Hang out here for a while. Let the guy with the assault rifle get by, and then quickly get to the barrels so that the guy with the pistol doesn't see you. Now we need to do this very precisely. Stay where I am, exactly where I am. Let the pistol guy walk by, and then go around the barrels just like that. That's very precise movement that takes practice, but it is the best way to get around them, suit only. And like I said, I really did not want to take a disguise for this one because there's no point. Because you're gonna be, there are so many soldiers on the map anyway, you're gonna just be sneaking past most of them anyway, so what's the point? But thankfully, unlike Run for Your Life, this level technically didn't force me to take the disguise at any point, because it was at least feasible to sneak through suit only. Unlike Run for Your Life, where the train station is a little too difficult to get through without a cop uniform. Or at least I think it is, but then again, I hate this game. I just do things the way that I know works.
Sheriff, do
So
something.
here's what I mean by the scripted target assassination.
Fucking
As soon as
move,
we're
yeah,
in control
coward,
again,
Sheriff,
we're gonna be
Skurky.
forced
I'm gonna
to
shoot
shoot
this
without a
son of a bitch.
cursor. You gotta kinda try to line up your shot with his head, and then execute. There we go, that's the level. This one took forever to record a perfect take for, and I now hate it. I hate it! But we're almost done with the game. See you next time.